Welcome, guys, to Football Choons. You with your main man, Darren. My friends know me as TP. We had to give our opinion on football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. And I introduce myself as my friends call me TP, Darren, whatever you want to call me. I'm gonna let the other guys in the virtual room introduce yourself. We're gonna start off with the Chelsea man. You go for it.
How's it, guys? My name is Lyle. My friends normally call me Luda. I'm a Chelsea fan, as you can see. Blue blood in my veins. And you know the story. We had to talk about ball, as we call it. We had to talk about ball, soccer, football, as Darren says. We're not experts, but it's our expert opinions. And we're gonna hand over to our man at Tristan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's exactly how you'll expect Liverpool to end dead last out of the top four. You got Man United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. That's hundreds. Anyway, my name is Tristan. We enjoy this game. We the homies that just talk about ball. We thought let's go live and let's share our opinions and just enjoy it. This is just fun, guys. This is fun.
Yeah, no, if not,
Let's
why
go.
not? But I think to
If
start off
not,
the
why
show,
not?
we're going to discuss the Champions League results from last week. There were some shock results. And yeah, as a Man United supporter, I think I'm not going to start first. I'm going to let Luda take this and discuss it. And then we'll just cut in here and there. And no, I'm going to disagree with Luda. But yeah, you go for it, Luda. Tell us about those results.
All right. So from Group F, we had Young Boys, Villarreal, Atalanta. So Atalanta was a 2-2 draw with Villarreal, and then the big shock result. Obviously, after a red card for United going out to 10 men, but still losing 2-1 to Young Boys, old boys, as we say. Tristan, what do you feel about that result, bro?
Listen, it's a surprise, of course. I mean, you don't expect such a strong Man United team to go, even if it's away and 10 men down, go and come out with no point. The shocking substitutes did add to the results, I think. So a lot of the times
Oh,
you can't blame the manager because there's 11 men on the pitch. But I mean, Ole should have done much better than that. You take off Ronaldo and you bring on Lingard. You should have brought on Greenwood. I can't understand. We all can't understand Ole's thought process. Maybe he just wants to qualify. That's all. Who knows he just wants to be there in the mix and hopefully get through to the knockout. But with such a strong team, undoubtedly it's a strong team. They should have came out with a better result, no doubt. We know that.
100%, bro. 100%. I agree.
Hundred.
I agree with all of those points. Aaron, what do you before we get to the result itself? Let's
Yeah.
talk about the red card. Let's talk about the red card. What was your feeling on the red card, bro?
The first touch.
Why was he making okay, the first touch was bad, so I think that's
Oof.
why he panicked and went into that trying to recover the ball, which was it was a red card. There's no when I saw it, plus Pogba already ran to the ref to say, hey ref, no ref, because they saw it. Whether he didn't give him a
Yeah,
red
they saw
card
it
there,
coming.
Yeah.
it was gonna go to VAR for checks and it was gonna be a red card.
100%.
But
Yeah, yeah.
there's no excuses because I think this is what divides Ole from the rest of the coaches like Tuchel, Pep Guardiola, to name a few, because the changes he made didn't make sense. He took off
Yeah, the
the
inexperience.
Ronaldo, which was
Inexperience. Yeah,
the play that Young Boys was afraid of, and
yeah.
it's yes, he's and they said that you know what was the classic thing? They said that Rashford is injured. So he can't feed the young boys. So Lingard took over and fed the young boys. That was a classic.
Nice,
But
nice,
yeah,
nice moving on point, bro. Nice point to move on there. Tristan,
yeah,
that assist,
classic.
bro. That assist from Lingard. How was that assist from Lingard, bro?
Bro, that was
Listen,
like late in the game. That was brilliant.
and to
But you know
know
what the thing is, bro? I've got to add this. Lingard is getting game time because they need him to sign a new contract. So this is the only reason why they're giving him game time. Think about that, bro. So what he came out and said, I will only sign the new contract if I can see they're serious about me. So they're giving him game time, bro. If you think of how many players are on that bench, they pull Lingard in, but I don't think we should divulge on that. I think we should move on to the next result. That was poor from the team, considering that lineup. That was extremely poor.
No, but
But I
bro,
think
there's
we should
there's
move
there's
over to
still a
yeah.
there's still a massive talking point on that, bro. Ronaldo, first Premier League game, scored 2 goals. started in the Champions League, scored another goal, bro. Ronaldo,
And his
he put
substitution.
Shaw,
Yep.
he put Shaw in a position, put them in a position to win that game, bro. He put him in a position to win
100%.
that game. And as Tristan said, on paper, even down to 10 men, bro, you should be winning that game. For me personally, that was down to always poor, or I'd say immaturity in management, bro. He should have known
100%, bro.
exactly what to do. Yeah. So I think that more wraps it up for that terrible result for United. The next group was Group G, Sevilla and Sassuolo drew, and then it was Lille and Wolfsburg was a 0-0 draw as well, and then I can also say controversy, but also sad result. We expected a better performance from this team, but it was Group E, Barcelona, no, Bayern Munich 3. Let's just touch on that one. Gareth, what's your thoughts on the game, bro?
I didn't expect a different results. I've seen that
Yeah.
Barcelona team. You know my feelings on that Barcelona team. When I look at that team, when you look at the team, you go from Messi and Neymar. Do I even need to mention the third player? When you look at who's their front liner, who's their main, bro? Memphis. I'm not saying Memphis is a bad player. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying if you look at their okay, it's dwelling on the past. We don't want to talk about how Messi put them in a mess with all those increases and all their corner forward players. But I'm saying that front line is bad, bro. That front line is very bad.
In that game, they started with Depay and De Jong against Bayern Munich. Depay and De Jong, bro. From Messi, Neymar, and Suarez and Griezmann and all these big names down to Depay and De Jong.
They're like a used car now, but they're like a good used car. It was like a hundreds car, and now it's just like
no, they're like that Seki that was lucky in
sad.
school. That Seki that everybody liked in school, and you see her now, you're like, just imagine, everybody smoking Seki in school. Look at her now, bro.
Swipe right,
Exactly.
swipe right.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't mention names.
For me, you know what? I caught some of that game while I was watching the Chelsea game as well. And for me, as much as we all expected a Bayern win, we knew Barcelona was going to be weak. But for me, it was the fight, bro. The hunger, the desire. They showed none of it, bro. They showed no hunger, no desire to even win that game. So I think Barcelona is in a bad place, and it's going to take them a while, bro, to get out of that bad place. Because even if you look at the lineup, the rest of the lineup, bro, there's a lot of aging players in there. Players like Busquets and PK and Alaba. Aging players. The rest are average players. The only player that I would take, if you want to ask me one player from the Barcelona or any player from the Barcelona team that I take, it's Frankie de Jong, and I take no one else. No one else will come and walk into Chelsea team besides Frankie de Jong.
You know, the other scary part is you spoke about those senior players. They were the parts of this amazing team, which they've all moved on now. And you've got all these young, inexperienced, not so talented players, and now I don't know what are they sitting in a corner by themselves in a change room with all these other lighties in the corner there, or what's happening in the change room in the squad. And I think there also is an issue in the squad because there probably is no gelling. They must be saying, we've played with Messi, we played with Neymar, we played with all these
100%.
big players, and now you've got this. It's football.
From their team, who would you take for your team, for Liverpool right now? Yeah, who would you add in from that squad into your team?
Hey, none of them will walk into the team.
I never said walk into the team. I said which would you take?
So you got Depay, you got De Jong, you got Alaba, you got Lopez, New Lighty, you got De Jong, you got Roberts, you got Busquets,
number 10,
you got PK. Which number 10?
PK is still sliding. If you look out your window now, you'll see PK still sliding somewhere down the road.
They played a 3-1-4-2, bro.
Atsu, what's that new? The new
they like Atsu's fire.
He's good.
He's decent.
He's a good talent. Under Klopp, under Tuchel, or even under Guardiola, he could be a really, really good player.
Personally, I will take Dembele. but that's like taking Phil Jones because he's injured like Phil Jones.
Oh, bro.
He's
No, no,
injured.
no, no,
He's injured like Phil Jones.
no, no,
I
no, no, no,
won't.
no, no, no,
I
no.
won't take.
Okay,
I
let's
won't
move on,
take
gents.
Ronald. I won't take Ronald Koeman.
The-
Ronald Koeman looks like he needs, like he's like parking in like a hot spring in like Norway. Like he looks like he needs to stay there. Don't don't coach any football.
All right, and then
Eh,
the other results in Group E was Dynamo Kiev and Benfica 0-0, and then we move on to Group H, Chelsea's group. That was Malmo and Juventus 3-0 to Juventus. Chelsea and Zenit. Chelsea at home 1-0 win. So for me, that game it was. I won't lie. Before we went into the game, I expected a bigger result from Chelsea. I predicted a 3-0, but these are the Russian champions for the last 3 years. They've been very solid in Russia. However, in last year's Champions League, the net were poor. They were absolutely poor. They conceded a lot of goals in their group. They were up against Dortmund, one of the powerhouses, and we I wouldn't say we struggled, but they put a good defensive showing. But our man Romelu Lukaku ended up giving us that 1-0 win with a fantastic header, bro. So this was
yeah,
the difference between us and United. Ronaldo got them that goals, put them ahead, and they just couldn't close that game out, bro. Ronaldo,
yeah.
No, well, you know
Sure.
why. That red
Lukaku
card.
put
I'm gonna
us
blame the
ahead,
red card.
and we held that game, bro. Thoughts on the game, gents?
So for me, I think I have to mention the standout game for me was that team sheriff, bro. So they had a from Bob Marley's song, "Who Shot the Sheriff?" Bro, that team, bro. You saw the goals they scored, bro. They
Yeah.
scored some
Besides them, bro.
fantastic goals.
Besides them, the next. Okay, let's move on to the next group quickly. The next group was Besiktas and Dortmund. Dortmund 2-1. Then it was this was another game for
Mm.
me.
This is
You
also
know Sebastian Haller.
the,
Sebastian Haller from West
Hey,
Ham.
bro. Yeah.
Scored four in that game. He scored four. He's at Ajax now. It was Ajax against Sporting. They hit him 5-1. He scored four, Sebastian Haller. Good
yeah.
goals. Then
Yeah,
we
He was
this
went
for
to
bro.
West Ham.
Group
He
D.
was a striker. He played for West
That
Ham,
was
man.
Yeah,
his debut
West Ham.
match for it was his debut match in the Champions League. And last season they forgot to register him in the Europa League. How was that, bro? They forgot to register him. His debut match he scores 4 goals. That is
Wow.
flipping, bro. That is
Yeah,
that is yeah. Tell your
Yeah,
yeah.
friends.
yeah.
And then
That's
the
a
Group D was Sheriffs and Shakhtar, which was 2-0 to Sheriffs. And then Inter and Real Madrid. Madrid only won that game by one goal. And then
Why are you saying only though?
Man City.
Oh, let's hold up. Wait, let's talk about Madrid for a moment. Why are we saying only? Were you
You know
expecting
what? As
Madrid to
for me, for
pump
me,
Inter? Or
you know why? You know why I'm saying that, right? Madrid haven't lost Messi. Madrid haven't lost their best players. They still have Hazard. They still have Bale. They still have Benzema, their king. Benzema saves them. They have all of their players. So
Benzema played well.
Madrid are not in the same position that Barcelona are in. Yes, in terms of finances, they're in the same position, but Madrid did not lose their star. You get what I'm saying? So I expected
yeah,
the standard Madrid performance. We're talking about the most decorated team in Europe, bro. You get me? You get
yeah,
where I'm coming from. But one though,
yeah.
at home,
What- Yeah, listen, that I think Madrid
they were away.
still have kept their team quite strong. They're away. Inter is not a pushover, so that's a great
Yeah.
result for them. I think that was a good result. Inter's battling though; they're trying to find their feet. I
Yeah.
think they got
So
one point out of 3.
they in a struggle now with losing players and coaches and what's going on there. So it
Mm.
doesn't look good for them. But yeah,
Inter.
I get it's I do get where you come from when you tell Lal what do you mean? Because Inter's not a small team.
Mm.
But
I mean, after
bro,
what they've done last
No,
season, I mean,
but we gotta think about this from Inter, right? They lost Lukaku, who was their
mm,
talisman, right? They
Hundred
also
percent.
lost Hakimi. They lost Hakimi, who was
I
also
forgot
Mm,
about
a
that. Yeah.
fantastic attacking
sure.
threat, right? And then they replaced uh, uh, um, Lukaku with Dzeko. With Dzeko, bro.
Hey,
35-year-old Eden Dzeko. And he started.
Yeah,
These are
that's
yeah.
not,
that's
not
that's.
they're not that team. They're not that team, bro. They're not that team. So I
Mm,
expected more from Madrid in that game. Honestly, even though they were away, I expected more from Madrid.
mm.
Right, then let's move on to Group A. We had City and Leipzig. City won that game by 6 goals to 3. Good showing by
Phew.
Pep's team again.
Sure.
And then Club Brugge and PSG. M&M 1-1.
Yeah, bro.
How is Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe not putting 6 past Club Brugge, bro? How? These are Club Brugge are the what? The
You know
the
what?
um, the Belgian
Who's their
champions.
coach?
Club Brugge are the
Who's
Belgian
their
champions.
coach?
Which coach? Eminem's
Who's
coach.
who's PSG's coach?
Oh,
Hey,
you
yo,
know the man no
DP
peace.
knows why he's asking because we've been saying Pochettino
You
in,
know,
Ole out for long now.
Pochettino, bro.
but they
The
must
man lives
both
at
go.
Say,
Pochettino.
listen,
So tell me,
bro, listen.
what's your thoughts there,
It's hard.
Tristan?
It's
Eminem,
hard
bro.
putting. My thoughts is this, right? You're talking about Club Brugge. Let me tell you, Neymar and them love the clubs. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. They forgot about ball. They're more worried about dancing.
Was Neymar even at the
It's
game?
a,
Did he not coach his sister's birthday? It must have been a birthday party pre-patch or something.
something. There's something he's always busy
No,
with, and you're
no, no, no.
forgetting about
Neymar,
ball.
Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe started, bro.
Yeah, that's
Yo.
extra
So,
cunning.
But
but
how's
but
this?
bro, it
How's this?
just
How's
shows
this?
you.
How's this? That that one goal didn't even come from them. From a former Manchester United player under Herrera with that one goal to secure that point for
He's got
them.
4 goals this season, bro. He's got 4 goals this
Yeah,
season
he's
already.
firing this season.
He's firing,
Bro, I
and it was a
find it
good goal.
funny.
You know what's the
Okay,
strange
no?
thing? You're
But I
right.
find it funny, bro.
Yeah, the strange thing about that whole situation, Nexe, is that who's talking about Messi? Absolutely no one.
No one. No one
No
cares,
No
one.
one.
bro.
No.
Nobody cares.
When it comes to ball, no one's talking about Messi anymore. I
Everybody's
mean, they
just
only
like,
Nobody
talk.
well,
cares.
he's gone to the Farmers League. He went to go retire. Nobody cares. Nobody's
No,
talking about the
nobody
fact
cares,
that he
bro.
had a terrible game.
Nobody
It's
cares.
it's, it's shocking. Everybody, the big talkers, Ronaldo, obviously, Man United losing to Lighties, but nobody's talking about Messi, bro. Nobody.
But
Shout
you
out
know
to
100%,
Melis.
bro.
listen, I do think though, if one two more games, I think they would get themselves together.
Yeah, I
Too
think
much
it's still
talent
early
on that
days
pitch.
to
You know
write
what I
them
mean?
off. Yeah.
Mbappe is out now, so he's
For
got
what?
injured.
Just.
I don't know. Someone brushed him
Nah, he's
and
injured.
twisted the ankle.
Is
All
there
right,
any
then
is there
let's
anything
move on
interesting to talk
to,
about?
to the last to, to the last group, Group B. That was Tristan's team, Liverpool and Milan, 3-2 to Liverpool, and Atletico
What a
Madrid and
game.
Porto 0-0. So let's speak about that game, that Liverpool Milan game. Tristan, what's your thoughts on your game, bro?
That was just typical Champions League Anfield night, bro. This is really, even though we went 2-1 down, I always knew in the matchup we would have won that match. We had created more chances, and that's the one thing that I am really confident about is that we're creating more chances than we did last season, bro. Last season we were dead in the water. We couldn't even buy Campbell's team. No Campbell, you all know Campbell. No, take
Sure.
that out. But you couldn't even go to a flipping, as I say, go no house and try and shoot there. We were so bad. But now to see this succeed, you know what? This is back to Champions League nights at Anfield.
No,
And
that game, bro. My biggest thing from that game, who started number 27. Divock Origi started in number 9, bro.
now, then Klopp has a post press conference, and he says that he was on the market, and he says he doesn't know why no one came for him. Surely people aren't
No one's
watching
watching
football.
soccer. I saw that. He's selling the man down the road, bro.
He sold him because so what he's told the world that no one wanted to buy him. He was on the market for sale,
He's pulling Mourinho
and
tactics, sexy. Yo,
and
yo,
no one
yo, yo,
wanted
TP,
yo.
to
check your
buy
phone.
him. So listen,
But
I'm happy with the 3 points. Listen, AC Milan's top of the log, guys, and I mean that shows the state of Italian league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They on top of the log, and they should have done better. They got a good team, but we were just better on that day. We were stronger, fitter, stronger. We were just much better.
yeah, my take
Yeah.
on that
So
is that. You carry on?
carry on.
My take on that is that hey bro, that AC and Liverpool game has got history, major history
Mm,
from
mm,
when you all took it away from them years ago. So there's always gonna be we owe you all revenge. That game,
mm.
no matter whether it's a group stage, whether it's a friendly, that game is always going to be amped. That will be a big ticket selling game. Same like with us and Bayern Munich when we first time they, it's like, hey bro, we owe you all, we
Yeah,
owe you all.
But it was a good.
sorry,
It was
DP.
it was a good
There
game.
was a fan. AC Milan fan was crying half time because they were 2-1 up, bro. He was like, you know what, this is
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
They haven't
hundred
been a
percent.
Champions League for years, and now it's like we're winning against Liverpool at Anfield half time. This is great. So it does have major history, right, DP?
So
Sure.
yeah, I think we should move on from
Yeah. So for me, bro.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Carry
so
on.
yeah.
Sorry,
Then
I forgot,
we
almost
can
forgot about you.
Mhm.
So are we gonna continue onto the Premier League, or are we gonna do a second
Yeah, yes.
recording on the Premier League, gents?
This
No, we can. I think we should discuss the upcoming weekend results. Not results, games.
Yeah.
There's a game tonight for those who haven't picked their fantasy Premier League.
it always
Go,
catches
go,
you.
go do it now. Don't do it
They
now.
lost out. They lost out
Yes.
now.
Yeah, it's for those who haven't picked. You
Two
got like a
minutes.
few minutes to do it. Yeah, it's
4 minutes.
two minutes.
They
What
got
you
four
gonna do?
minutes to go. 4 minutes
You're
to
gonna go
go.
auto pick, auto pick, pick Divo Korigi.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Divock
Divock Origi.
Origi, captain.
Yeah, so
Oh,
there's Newcastle and Leeds, and yeah, I don't know. Beasley's stuck in his ways, bro. No matter what that all can lose 7-0,
Who's
and his
that?
team is still running till the 95th minute, running. So that's the game for Friday nights. I don't know if there's much
Yeah.
you guys want to discuss about that.
You know what? For me, with that
I,
game day, I was reading an article earlier with the Leeds manager, and he says there's no need for panic. He says we faced a few tough teams. There's no need for panic. There's no need to change my system. I'm just gonna keep on going. So maybe it's that second season syndrome, but maybe they're just gonna get smashed all over the show, bro. But I won't lie, tonight I'm expecting them to get a win tonight.
I think
Newcastle haven't been
Leeds will
doing
win.
so well, bro.
Yeah,
Newcastle have been doing terrible, bro.
definitely a
Yeah,
Leeds
What
where
do you
is
win.
think, Justin?
Newcastle City? Newcastle City what? Newcastle City 19th out of 20 teams.
Uh-huh.
They're dead in the
Newcastle haven't got a
water.
win, bro. Newcastle haven't got
Yeah,
a win
yeah,
this
yeah.
season.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's a game not many of us are going to be excited about to watch.
No, we
I
only
know
watch it
one
because it's
Newcastle
Premier League on a
supporter.
Friday.
I know one
Mm,
Newcastle
mm.
supporter, which is shout out to rest in peace, Mando. That was the only Newcastle supporter I knew in my life.
And
Mando
Jedge,
Goldstone.
or
Oh yeah,
Jeremy,
yeah, yeah.
tall Jedge,
Jeremy
long
played
leg.
Indo. Jeremy, yeah.
Yeah,
That's that. I don't think there's many more around the world. I think
him,
there's just two of
him,
them.
and him
I know, I know,
and Brandon Peters.
I know, Mamu. That's all.
Baba
That's only
supports
all I know.
Newcastle.
That sports. Yeah, bro. No
Which
one
Mamu?
else.
Mamu from the stocks.
Mamu. Yeah, say Mamu.
Oh,
Which
die Mamu.
oh Ulitz
Yeah.
Mamu.
No, Mamu from the stocks, bro. There's so many Mamus. All right.
Okay,
What's the
the
next thing,
next
Ricky?
game. The next game is Burnley and Arsenal, it's quite a tough game that Burnley can. Hey, I know Burnley gives us a hard time. Those mothers that
Yeah.
keeper becomes a god player all of a sudden. So Burnley and Arsenal, what's your thoughts on that?
I think Arsenal win there. I think Arsenal again. Of course, we've looked at how terrible and weak they are, but I think once he starts pulling, Arteta gets his team together. He should be able to get like 8th position. You know what I mean? 9th, 10th. You know.
Normal,
Um,
no. So that's normal basically.
You know what I mean?
Look,
It's a decent season for them. For what's up in front of them, I mean, even though they spend so much, Arteta needs another season with these players who O's at COVID, O's are sick, O's are injured. So I think he'll get his points. I mean, if
no,
Saka,
bro.
Adebayo, and Lacazette up front, and even the other O or Pepe, those are decent attackers.
It's
Mm.
not
But
it's not easy to
That
get
man want to
points at
bring
tough
Adebayo
more,
out
man.
of retirement, bro. That man want to bring Adebayo out
It's
of
not easy to
retirement.
get
sorry,
points from tough more, bro.
Bayern.
Then the man will score a
Man has to
goal
bring,
and
man has
celebrate,
to bring a
run
bummy
across the whole field.
Adebayo out of retirement, bro. Yeah, that
It's not
bro, that
easy
well,
to
game is
get
at
points
home.
at tough more, bro.
Burnley's at home, bro, in that game. And if you look at the head to head, Burnley have only won one of those matches in the 14 games they've played. Arsenal have won the 10, bro. So and Burnley don't have a home win against Arsenal for that. So it's going to be a tough game for Burnley. The previous result was a 1-1 at Turf Moor, and then a Burnley win at the Emirates, and then another 0-0 at Turf Moor. So it looks like it's usually a tight fixture. It's 2-0, 2-1-0s and 0-0. So it could be a similar result, or we could see a surprise again. Arsenal could lose that game, bro. In the shape they
Okay,
now, they could lose that game.
who's your money on?
Arsenal losing that game, bro. Bro,
yeah,
London
So
is
I
sim-
blue.
see,
London is
I see,
blue. Arsenal's losing that
I see
game, bro.
Burnley coming out tops
The
there.
Knickers, yeah, the Knickers, the
They're gonna
but
rough
you
Knickers.
know
them up.
what? You
Arsenal's
know
a
what?
weak
In all
team, man.
honesty,
They weak.
Arsenal been battling because of their players had COVID.
No, fuck all that,
So
bro. Arteta, all is same. Oh, talk about COVID and all that,
so you're
bro.
saying
All our teams are
Arteta,
suffering with all of
Ole,
that, bro.
and Pochettino are in the same WhatsApp group. Eh?
Same.
Same.
Ole,
And Lampard,
Pochettino,
Chelsea.
same WhatsApp group.
inexperienced,
And Lampard.
inexperienced. Lampard did well for us, but the inexperience showed and he got bombed. The same thing needs to happen with those two as well. I can say that with confidence, bro. Ole, Arteta, out. But for us, they can stay. They can stay till another 10 seasons, bro. We're happy with that shit.
Yeah,
What's
that's
the
it's,
next?
it's,
What's the
it's, it's, the next game we can discuss is Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. So people, I think because that's your game, I think we should make we let you talk about that. You'll start. What do you think about that?
Obviously, I'm gonna go with a win there. I think Klopp squad now. What's he doing? He's rotating decently. I mean, he's taken Van Dijk off the making play in the Champions League. Took Broad Gomez. So he's rotating the squad decently. I think we're gonna get a win there. For me, I just find that our team. Okay, maybe it's my team not being biased. You know, it's like a but it's unconscious bias. But when you look in the squad, our team is powerful in that midfield with Fabinho, Henderson, and Thiago, or even with Keita. But I do think we might concede a goal.
That's been your
They,
weakness lately.
Yeah,
they considered
we
3 in
could
the
concede
Champions
a
League.
goal. Yeah,
I,
that's
I,
what
I,
we had Gomez there, man.
Doesn't matter. You're
Gomez had
considering
played
me,
his
bro.
first
useless.
game.
Gomez was
He
your
hadn't played a
king.
game in
Gomez
his
was your
12
king.
months.
Bro,
No,
Gomez was
Gomez
Gomez
is
is
your
a
only
king,
must.
good in
bro.
FIFA.
Gomez
Gomez
is a
was their
top
king. Van
defender.
Dijk and Gomez last season before was their kings.
Untouchable. And then he was out for a year
Exactly,
and he
they
never
were
played. He came
untouchable.
back. I think
Now,
Klopp needed to throw him in there, and it's good that they conceded 2 goals so that he could see, hey, I need to work much more. If he had a clean sheet, it actually would have been bad for him. So Liverpool to come out tops there, and
sure.
then yeah, we for me the consistency in winning is key in the season. I don't think you could drop and slip behind. With
But
the tough.
my problem with you guys is strikers, bro. Okay, you're getting a lot of goals from the other players, which really helps you
We don't
a
need that
lot.
GP. We don't need the striker position. Mo Salah's gonna get 20 goals. I think Jota will get 10. Mane will get another over 10. So we've got goals up front. So
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Maybe that would change next season. We buy Ireland. So
Hey, but for me, that Crystal Palace side,
Or
bro,
Mbappe. Or
Benteke,
Mbappe.
hey, that
Benteke is
Prachi
Mbappe.
bad,
was
bro.
Mbappe.
stupid, Prachi.
Bro,
Yo,
what happened to Benteke?
The man's dead,
What
bro.
happened to that O's
The man's
career,
dead.
bro?
That man's dead, bro. Dead. It's like Liverpool Origi, same boat.
Yeah,
Liverpool
I was
Origi,
watching him play
Christian
and I was like,
Benteke,
"Oof."
same boat.
running 10Ks,
So
10K
so
races.
if you
That's
look
all.
if you look at the form there, Liverpool's on a 1-1 draw win. Crystal Palace is on a loss draw win. And then the previous fixtures, Liverpool hit them 2-0 at Anfield, and then they hit them 7-0 away, and
Just
then Liverpool won 4-0 again at Anfield. So this game is heavily favoring Liverpool, and I think as well with new management at Palace with Vieira taking over, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough day for Vieira, and I think we may see a high scoring game there. I don't think you will concede against Palace people. I don't think so.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
don't think
agree
What's
you
with
gonna?
concede.
Luda.
Yeah,
I don't think you
100%.
My take on
concede.
it is
Sorry.
that I still say Vieira is going to be the first coach to be fired. If Zaha don't show up or turn up in that game, they basically dead in the water, which Zaha's
Bro,
still
Zaha,
upset about. He's not the
just stop
transfer
on
going
Zaha.
through.
Zaha, Benteke, Divock Origi, that all that your lad. What's it like your lad last season? It was main man you reported there.
Cavani,
That forgotten man now. Not Cavani. The one your lad, the other
Martial,
that other
Marsha.
polo. Not Martial.
head.
No, that other They all in the same boat. That Zaha is gone, bro. That man has lost. He's
You know,
lost his
I don't know.
momentum.
I watched him,
He
bro.
lost
That
his
always
momentum.
dribbles. You should see stats for dribbles. That man would take on. His take ons were the best. I'm talking about his take ons were high, successful take ons. I was watching him the last game and I was like, he's just
Bro,
so drunk or
that man.
something. He's like, he was bad. He was bad. I don't know,
Yeah.
but bro,
But
let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They priced him out of a
Zaha's
move.
gone, bro.
When they put 120 or 80 or 120 million pounds for him, they priced him out of a move. That will kill any player. He signed a
Yeah,
new contract
100%.
based on the fact that I'll sign a new
I'm
contract, but
talking
when a
about.
good price comes, I'm
I'm
going to
talking
go.
about it. I'm talking about Igalo. Why you acting like you don't know who Igalo is now all of a sudden?
Yeah, he's one of those players
Huh?
you forget about. Nobody wants to talk about Agalo.
Igalo, Christian Benteke,
Yo,
Wilfred
that
Zaha, Divock
Igalo.
Origi. Same boat. Yeah, that Igalo, bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Don't come act like you don't know
The
who
man
is
used
in
to
your team.
score. The man used to score and go, yeah.
Like Quentin
But
Fortune.
you know what? You know what? Listen, just the last thing is that the Conor Gallagher is doing well for Crystal Palace, right? So he could be a threat. Yeah, and
And
that's
where he
it
comes
for
from? Where he
Crystal
comes
Palace.
from? Where he comes from?
There he
Where he
comes.
comes from?
He comes.
He
He
comes
comes from
from the
Chelsea.
Blue Academy. Yeah,
No
that's
one,
our
no
man.
one, no one sits and talks about Conor Gallagher. Just hold it with that story.
You
No
want
one's
bro,
saying, no one's. I'm
that
not saying
man?
he's bad. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm
Has
saying no
used
one
Crystal
sits and says
Palace
shit.
as outlet.
Oh, Conor
Yeah,
Gallagher's
let's not
coming. No one.
Yeah, that's true. That's
watch
true.
him
But
coming.
he's
Watch him
got
coming. Watch
potential.
him.
No,
Remember the
I'm not
name.
saying he hasn't got
That's
potential.
all. Remember the name Conor
Yes.
Gallagher, right? That's for
Who
one.
did Benteke play for?
Fuck Benteke. No, what about Benteke?
My point is, I
Benteke's
remember
a-
everybody was like, "Oh, Benteke, he's doing that celebration."
He's a thing of the past at all, bro. He's a thing of the past.
Okay, let's move on. Let's discuss.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
The
Brothers.
next game is Man City and Man United's Karma, Southampton. Hey, those guys. Yeah, so that's an interesting game. I don't know. It seems like since Pep has announced he won't sign a new contract. I don't know. Is it just me or I'm seeing that? It seems like it's just this. Besides him moaning at the fans haven't supported the stadium and they need more fans, and the fans are backlashing about a stupid thing like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Pep has lost interest or what's the story there.
It's like he's not divorced, but he's separated from the club.
Oh, they're
It's like,
sleeping in different bedrooms. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
different lounge. Right?
Yeah.
He's in a lounge, and the board members are in the room. Yeah.
You know why? Because
Yeah.
he came out and said that this could be his last season. He shouldn't have done that. That's it.
Yeah.
He said he was going to do something else. Yeah, shut his mouth.
Yeah.
That's what he should do.
Just shut
your mouth
just
and
do your work.
because now
be
you want
quiet.
to
So,
go
he's got
drive
Mourinho
in
tendencies
Formula
all of a
1
sudden.
and all that now. Yeah, he said maybe go do take a sabbatical and go drive Formula 1 cars and all this shit. So Pep, yeah, you're right. He's they're not divorced, but they're separated. But
Yeah.
then if you look at if
I don't
you look at
understand the logic
their
of doing
last
that.
their last fixtures, City won at home 5-2, and then the previous away game they won 1-0, and then shockingly previously Southampton won a 1-0 at home. However, Southampton are also in the same boat as Palace and Newcastle. They're not gelling at the moment, bro. They're not doing the things. They're conceding a lot of goals. They're not scoring goals. So I think there
Relegation,
too we could see a high scoring
combo.
game,
That
bro.
relegation
Hundred
combo. Yeah,
percent.
yeah.
I think we
I
could
think
see
City's gonna hit them about six,
another
seven. Yeah, a
Oh,
rout.
another
you guys were
And
another.
hitting high scores like that.
and
I think
Southampton
they
is
could get
famous
trounced,
for
bro.
catching routes. They like the
And Southampton
they
lost their best defender
route
to
those.
Leicester, bro. Yeah, they lost their best defender to Leicester, bro. And then
Mm.
and then if you look at the Southampton team again, bro, there's another name I want to mention there. Livermento, the Chelsea man. The man that's also been pulling the strings there at Southampton. That's a Chelsea man. That's remember the name? Remember the
So
name.
wait, is this a show to
We're all
fucking
gonna forget.
promote
Why must
the
we
youth
remember
now?
the name?
I've forgotten
Remember the
already.
names. Remember the names.
I
Conor
also forgot.
Gallagher.
Okay, let's move on to one of the big games of the weekend, which is West Ham versus Man United. That game, that Michael Antonio,
That's
that
gonna be a
mother
nice
was
game.
on that game that was on form. And what makes it worse? It's at
The man
West
suspended,
Ham
bro.
Stadium.
The man
Huh?
It's gonna be a
suspended, bro.
nice game. That's gonna be
Suspended.
a
Antonio
really
Yo,
suspended, bro. He got a red card in
thank
the
the
last game.
Pope.
He's
Thank the
suspended.
Pope.
Bro, that man last week was highest goal scorer in the league, bro. From a right back to a number 9, highest goal scorer, bro. Don't forget
Yeah, these
about
always
that,
lose steam though. They lose steam.
Ah,
These
for
always.
sure,
They're not con. They
for sure.
lose their steam.
Hey, but
That's
no,
gonna
bro,
be
But
a
they're
it's gonna be
playing
a
for
good.
tough
me.
game.
For me,
Gonna
it's
be
gonna
a
be a
tough
cracker
game.
game. Man. I'm looking
Gonna be a
forward to
tough
that
game.
match. I mean, I'm
Did,
obviously looking forward to watching my team, but that's gonna be a nice match to watch. Football-wise, at West Ham United is
yeah, I
gonna
know
be
it's
a
gonna be. They've
cracker.
got a cranker team, bro. Hey, that Mark Noble always wants to be the best player in the world when he comes against United. That always
They've
seems so.
improved a lot.
Yeah,
They've
they've
improved a
really,
lot, West
really,
Ham.
really improved a lot, bro. Hey, I
Yeah.
I look at, but let's look talk about something quickly for a second. Declan Rice, 100 million. Who pays the 100 million for Declan Rice, bro? That's
Um,
that.
No
I
one's
don't
gonna
know.
pay that money, bro. It's an
They were,
English
but
tax, bro.
I think
English tax.
they priced him out of a move. That's all it was.
100%, but it's an
Yeah,
English tax, bro. They want that money, bro. They want that money. So what he's doing now, Declan, is he's running down his contract. They offered him a new contract, and he said no. So what he's trying to do is pull a Wijnaldum and leave on a free or very little.
no,
So
that's the new
so
tactic
they
from a lot of players now. They
so
don't sign new
far
contracts.
so far everyone is interested. Liverpool, United, Chelsea, City, all interested in Declan. He's a good player, bro. He's a good player, but he's not worth
Okay, look at it
like
this way.
Jack Grealish.
I'll
He's
take
not
him.
worth 100 million.
I'll
bro,
take him.
I
Give him
won't. I
a
won't.
decent salary. We don't have to pay the club. That's all that players are doing. Players have now found out that clubs don't deserve that money, that transfer money. I'll run on my
But if you're gonna
contract.
do,
I can discuss a good
yeah,
salary.
if
So
you're
that's
gonna
what
do it with
players are doing
Declan,
now, bro.
you're gonna have to wait. I think he's still got 3 years on his contract, bro.
Bro,
So
if
you
you
have
can
to wait a
take
long time
Declan
for him.
Rice, I
Hey, bro,
want
Jones
Jude.
got 2 more years in his contract, bro. Hey,
And this nonsense, bro. If you see, it's for me, he's too much of a square player. Like he's too stiff. Me, I want Jude Bellingham. Pay 80 million. Pay 80 million for Jude Bellingham next season, please, because he's a Declan.
Yeah, but,
Because if he
yeah, but
needs, if Jude Bellingham needs to step into that England squad, he needs to take a Declan Rice's position or Phillips. That Rice is really good. I would
he's not
spend
taking
more.
Phillips's
no, but
position.
listen, you see,
He's
you
Let me
see,
not.
just
you see the
WhatsApp
thing, the
Phillips. Let me
problem
just
there.
WhatsApp Phillips. That's my cousin. Let me just WhatsApp him and shoot him what you
Yeah,
said.
the problem there, Tristan, is that Declan Rice is in that position that is a niche position like Matic. Declan Rice is in Matic's position. He's a destroyer. He's not your attacking outlet. He's your man to collect from the back line, take up that, and move the ball forward, move it on. Bellingham now can
100%.
do both. He can break up the play in the back, and he can drive the ball forward. Declan Rice is similar to Mikel as well. He does that
But that's
job more for
why.
me.
But that's why they're saying they're talking about Rice and Bellingham because Phillips does that. So
Hey, I'll
he
take
Yeah.
does
Phillips
that
any day, bro.
breaking down and making sure that play doesn't go beyond him and before his defenders.
Yeah.
Now Bellingham,
He-
that's why they're talking. He's good, that boy, man. I mean, you watch him again
I
in the
take
Champions League, man. Oh,
I
he's
take
so
all
good,
three.
bro.
Yeah. I
He's
take
really
all three. I
good.
take Phillips. I take Rice, and I take Bellingham. I don't have a preference there. I'm not
Short.
overhyped. I'm not very
I'm not a
overhyped
fan
about
of Rice, huh?
the English. No, I'm not hyped on the English players. Me personally, I'm not overhyped on the English players. There are certain ones that are very good, but there are always that are very overhyped, very overhyped.
Like
But yeah,
Sancho.
I think yeah, like Sancho is shit, bro.
No, but Sancho
Sancho is
for
shit.
okay. Let me put my take on Sancho. Sancho didn't have a bad game. You know when you have so many good, we have good players in the team, and he was doing. If you go back to the
If
game,
he had a
he took
bad
a
game,
shot
bro.
and it
He
hit.
had a bad game.
There was supposed to be a handball penalty. I don't know how come VR never even looked at it. For one,
Man
for
had a
one, just for
bad
that.
game, bro.
He gave away a lot of passes. He didn't have a bad game. He gave away a lot of passes. Passes he should have made. He just I don't know. I haven't written him off. It's too early to write the man off.
Don't write him off. Innocent, he's a good player.
No,
I
you
actually
can't write
want
him
him to
off.
succeed.
You
I
can't
want
write
him
him
to
off.
do well. He's a
But
good
my
player,
thing
man.
is, I would love to see what's how is Ole gonna start? Who's he gonna start? Because
The
now that
problem is Ole.
hey bro, no, I'm
You
still a
know why?
fan of. I still think
You
Ole
know
can get
why?
the
You
best
know
of
why?
us. Yeah.
What next for Sancho? These are raw talents. What next?
Yeah,
Where can he be?
they need
Where can he
development.
go?
Yeah,
You
which
know,
guy? What guidance
so
can Ollie give him? What can Ollie tell him that's gonna help him take him to the next level? He's
Okay,
gonna
fair
ask
points.
Ronaldo to tell him. He's gonna
Okay,
ask
fair points.
Ronaldo to advise him.
But okay, let's look at it this way. Look at how bad Luke Shaw was before during Mourinho's reign. Look
100%.
at Luke Shaw
Yeah,
now.
but
So
that was Mourinho oppressing him. That's
Exactly.
what that was. That's got nothing to do with Ollie. That's
no,
more
but he was
Luke
also
Shaw.
Mourinho.
bad under
Oh
Van Gaal, bro.
no,
Luke
Luke
Shaw
Shaw
is
bro.
like
was. Remember, I used to call Luke Shaw McDonald's, bro.
Yeah,
he
because
was
he grew.
bad then.
Your man got big, bro. It was like Lukaku, by your Lukaku looked like a like an Oros man there, by your bro.
After
But he
Mourinho,
went
Luke Shaw.
inside. He slendered down, bro. Man's a slender
No,
now.
no. I mean, Luke Shaw after Mourinho, as you say, he's been oppressed. He's like, he was in a cage and he's bully, like
Yeah,
a abusive bully. You know what I mean? Just whooping him,
yeah.
keeping him in a dark room. Now he's out in the light.
Shut up,
He's
you. No
like
chow for you. Shut up.
doing.
Yeah,
Oh, Joe, hey, what you
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Give me
But
the chow. Bring it here.
I think let's not. I think one of the big games of the weekend, and
No.
Chelsea, Chelsea
Before
win.
you even do
Chelsea
that,
win.
before
Chelsea
you even
win.
go there, I want to hear your prediction for that game, bro.
for
West
which
Ham
game
Chelsea win.
United. West
I,
Ham you
I
at home.
Oh,
and
What's your
I'm
prediction
gonna
for that
say
game?
this,
West Ham
and I'm
win.
gonna say
West
this,
Ham
and before the
win.
game starts, I'm gonna go on to Betway and make a bet. I'm gonna say United's gonna win that game 3-0.
Sure,
3-0.
3-0.
You
sure,
sure about that?
sure.
100% certain.
Mm,
You know, leading
mm.
up to this game, they've got a better record than you all, huh?
No,
Mm.
you know the records are meant mean nothing. Records don't like our man that's absent today always says. The game is not won on paper. So I'm even
100%.
gonna go a step further and say Ronaldo's gonna get another goal. And if Sancho plays, he's gonna get a goal. I'm not worried about the third person.
I'm
That's
just
not
giving you the
really.
facts, bro. Let's go with the facts, right? United won this game, lost at Old Trafford 1-0. United won away 3-1. And then the previous game at Old Trafford again was a 1-1 draw. So that is in favor of you all the stats. You know, I'm the stat man, bro. I'm the stat
Yeah,
man. I
but
will look at these stats and I will
Statman
scrutinize
Luda.
it. And it is in your
Statman.
favor. However, that team is very strong, bro. West Ham is very strong this season. I think at home they're gonna give you all a problem. I
Okay,
don't
so
think
okay,
they'll
think
wait,
have
wait,
an
so.
wait.
easy win.
West
This
Ham
I
is
was
don't think
very
it's gonna be
strong,
an easy
but if
win.
you're looking at stats, compare our side to the last times we played them compared to our side to now. The
No,
only
Look at
place
their squad.
let's compare. Let's compare your
man for
performance
man.
against young boys. Let's talk about now, right? I'm not being funny, bro. Let's compare
No,
your
no,
same
no.
team
Fair points,
that
fair
you'll have
point.
right now against young boys and how strong West Ham have been this season. They've
Okay, so
you've
with
got
young
to admit
boys,
they've got
I'm
a
still gonna
chance,
admit,
bro.
I'm still gonna say that red card made it change the game
Red card,
completely.
100%.
Okay, let me put it like this: the next match we verse young boys at Old Trafford. But I'm not saying we versing West Ham at home, so that doesn't help. But I'm saying the next game we verse young boys, I'm going with we can hit them three and above again.
Yeah, for sure,
Okay,
guaranteed.
no problem. But for this West Ham game, for me personally, it's not going to be an easy game for you.
No,
It's
it's
going to
not
be a
gonna be easy
tight
game,
game,
but
I
we're gonna
think.
win three.
I
But
don't think you're
confident
gonna
in the
win three,
score.
DP. You know why? You know
I
why?
don't think so.
Again, it's about that midfield, DP, and I think West Ham, even though on paper they have you got a much better midfield. I think they with Declan Rice in that squad,
They have a midfield.
and they've got a good midfield, a
Yeah, it's
decent
gonna be it's
Yeah,
midfield.
gonna be a
they got a
nice game.
midfield. They got
Yeah,
and
it's gonna
don't
be a
forget,
good
they
game.
also got a defense now. Two plays for them now.
Yeah,
They've
let's
got an
Spurs and
elite,
Chelsea.
a more elite defender, another
I
Chelsea
see. I
player,
see.
by the way.
Hmm,
Jesus.
you're like a tuck
Let's
shop,
go. Let's go. Let's go.
No,
Let's go. Let's
Chelsea is
go.
running
You're
Chelsea
giving
modern-day
Spurs.
slavery.
your
Let's go.
slavery tuck
Chelsea
shop, like you're
Spurs.
giving everybody on tick. Everything's on tick.
Squillets.
And
Except
think.
a borrow player.
I see.
But we move on now to Chelsea Spurs.
I see Fornell scoring. Bet on that. Fornell will score, and then Jared Bowen will score.
And
Two
Benrahma
one to
will score
West
too.
Ham. Two
Sure.
one to West Ham.
It's a strong in this room, yeah.
It's no.
All
It's
right.
just
So
that's the
so
way it
so
is.
so with Spurs being at home, right? It's always a tough match with Spurs being at home, right? However,
It's not.
if you look at
After
the
I've
head
seen
to
the
head,
injury
if you
list,
look at the if you look at Tristan, besides that, right? If you look at the head to head, I didn't even realize this, but we've got 31 wins to Spurs' 7.
shoo,
That's what 58
really?
games played. Yeah.
Oh,
So
gravy.
it favors us a lot. A previous game, Chelsea won 1-0 at Spurs being at home. The previous game with Chelsea being at home was 0-0. And then the previous game was at home to Chelsea 2-1. So I think those stats are in our favor. And with the injury list, they
Yo,
might
the
not have
injuries is
some of their best attackers, bro. They might not have Son. They might not have Mora. They might not have they're probably not gonna have Eric Dyer because
Bogdan.
he's looking like he's injured. Tanganga's injured. Their Argentinian guys they're not even back yet. Not back yet. They're only coming back on Saturday, and he wanted to play on Saturday.
Sure,
They haven't trained tactics with the
sure,
team, nothing, and that's two of their centre backs
sure.
that may play.
So
So
you're saying
it's gonna.
we must bet for Chelsea to win this game
I think
in a
so.
I think
I
nutshell.
so.
mean,
If you're
I was
betting,
talking.
if you're betting, I think so. If
I
you're
was
So
betting, I
talking.
think
I
let's
so.
was
look at it
saying
But
this way.
I was saying Spurs will win
Everything's pointing for
early on.
Chelsea winning to this game. Everything's pointing for Chelsea to win this game. So I'm definitely betting for Spurs to win.
then you're gonna lose your bet. You're gonna lose your bet. Darren, you're gonna lose your bet. Chelsea.
Corona.
Let's actually talk about the game now, right? We've got a very very good defensive record. That if they
Yeah.
score against us, I'll be very surprised. And without Son, because
Hey,
Kane
bro,
was
they're giving Son.
absolutely
Bro, they're giving Son
he was
injections.
hit
That was definitely starting.
hit
No doubt.
against Palace, bro. Kane was dead. Son, I don't think he'll start tomorrow. Without Son,
He
they're
has
gonna
to
be dead.
start.
And
It's Sunday, huh?
their defense is in a mess like that, I'm telling you, Lukaku, Werner, and Mount are gonna thrive, bro. I'm telling you. My prediction for that game is 3-0. That's my
That's
prediction
we're only
for
Yeah.
saying
Chelsea.
threes today. Yeah, I know. In all honesty, I'm gonna make a
That's
bet
my
on a serious
prediction.
note. I'm gonna go with that game's gonna be a draw 1-1. That's my
No
honest
Son.
prediction. I'm gonna go. No, that's what football's about, bro. I'm gonna go with 1-1. I'm gonna
100%.
make that bet. I'm gonna show you guys that bet. Yeah. So
He-
and Ludo, I
I,
mean Tristan, yours.
I think Chelsea won 2-0 there. I think Lukaku is gonna definitely score. Of
I'll be
course,
too
track
strong for them.
record. It's just their injuries. Unless they get Song on that pitch, whatever they do, then they got a threat. And even Bogdan, how bad is that injury he has? I know they got knocks, but at least either the, out of the three, at least get two on that pitch. Out of the three, Mora, Bogdan, and Son. Out of the three, get two on that pitch. Then there could be a threat. But other than that, I don't see them coming out with any
Yeah,
points on
bro.
that game.
Tristan's right.
100%.
Bergwijn, Son,
Bagwine,
and Moore is out.
I was
All three of
wondering
them
who the
out.
sure.
fuck you talking about. I'm looking at all the things on my
Bergwijn.
screen. I'm saying, who's this
Bergwijn.
Bogwan? Who's old Barty? Who's old
All three
Barty that's
out,
also
bro.
talking about?
So who are they gonna play? Who are they gonna play? So it's gonna be tough for Spurs, bro. I think, and even if you look at all the pundits, they didn't even give Spurs a chance, bro. So I'm very confident. I think
Didn't Spurs just
Lukaku's
lose
gonna
now
be. Yes, they lost
to
3 to
Crystal
Palace, bro.
Palace?
Yeah,
Just
but
they
they also
lost.
went down
They,
10 men. They went to 10 men.
oh
That
yeah,
then
yeah,
they
yeah.
got a
True,
red
true.
card.
Okay,
Then
so
they
when
got a
they
red
go down
card.
to 10 men, when they go down to 10 men, it's okay. When we go down to 10 men, no, you should have won that game. Ah, mother.
You'll have a better team than them.
No.
You'll have a far better team than them. You'll have
Ah,
Rafael
true.
Varane, top 5 centre back in the world. You'll have
It was bad from us.
supposedly the best keeper in the world. Come on now. Let's not have that conversation.
Let's
Bro.
not go
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Let's not go there. Let's not go
I
there.
think
Yeah,
I
we
think
leave that for another day.
I think that was a nice discussion, and yeah, I think
Yeah.
we can end the show there. And
Are we ending it
guys,
there? Aren't we ending it with the moment of the week? That's standard,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So
And
no,
who are
we
they?
definitely have to do the moment of the week.
So who was the moment of the week? We can say
We're gonna have to
easy.
go. No, we're
We can
gonna
have to
easily
go
say
Man
United.
United.
Man United's
Who's
moment
that?
of the week. Unfortunately, I know that burns for me, but yeah, they're all moment of the week. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
100%.
I don't think so. I don't agree. Actually.
Seriously,
I
You
don't
think Ole
agree.
is the moment of the week? Ole.
No, I don't know. Eminem is the moment of the week. Eminem is the moment
That's
of the
also.
week, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, they did not score. They did not score. Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe did not score. Under Herrera scored to get them a draw.
just
Think about it. Think about
No,
it.
I agree with him. I agree with him. Man United's not moment of the week. It's
They
PSG.
second. PSG is
Welcome to
moment of the week, bro.
Paris.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so
Justice.
I think we can end the show there, James. Darren.
100 short chance.
Thank you, guys. Tune in to Football Tunes to hear the tunes from the guys.
Yeah, we are.
Thank you.
We'll be doing this every week. We'll be speaking our minds as we did now. It's always unscripted. We try and keep it clean as possible, but there's always going to be some fights
I
there.
think
And
it's gonna get. I think it's gonna get unclean as we go along.
soon.
We
Unclean.
actually, but
It's gonna
we're just
get dirty.
composing ourselves.
Zero sanitizer.
No
100%,
sanitizer involved.
but
In the
that-
next few
but the guys
episodes,
know
leave
where
your
to find us
sanitizer at
now.
home.
Know
100.
where to find us, and we'll be
Tune in to
So,
Football Tunes.
yeah.
Peace.
See you guys. Have a lucky weekend.
Laka.
Laka chance.